Good morning, students. We have started a chapter that is staffing, in which our next topic is selection process. Right? If you want to select a candidate, what process we have to follow? तो सबसे पहले हम स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं इसके तो सबसे पहले हम स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं इसके फर्स्ट स्टेप से, दैट इज screening, which is given below. Preliminary screening. First of all, I will clear you the meaning of the selection. Actually, selection is a process in which candidates for employment are divided into two classes: those who are to be offered employment and those who are not. So while doing selecting, it is a negative process in which we will only retain the suitable person and remaining we will reject. So while doing selection, we have to follow a proper process in which first is preliminary screening we have to do, and in which only applications are checked and verified. Unqualified persons are rejected and qualified persons or eligible persons are retained for the next steps of the selection. And in screening, preliminary interview like misfits for reasons and which did not appear in the applicant form, they are rejected here. And next process is that test, that is selection test. While selection process, we have to conduct so many tests to check the ability and the skill of the candidate. And there are 5 type of tests are there: intelligence test, aptitude test, personality test, trade test, and interest test. The candidate who clear the all tests will be continue for the next step, that is employment interview. In employment interview, his interest, presence of mind, and his way of talking, his conduct and temperament and maturity level is checked. And the main information gathered during the interview is physical quality, verification of academic degrees, interest in work, quick witness, and general intelligence, memory power. These are actually verified. So this is the employment interview, which may be also be of two types: preliminary interview and final interview, right? And after that, reference and the background check. After a candidate is declared successful in interview, some information about him is gathered from those persons whose name figure in the column of the reference. And though this information related social relation, background, etc. of the candidate are obtained from that referenced person. If his past is okay and character is verified okay, then he is called for the next process, next step, that is selection decision. And applicants who clear the all tests, employment interview and reference check, he is selected. But before taking final decision, opinion of the manager is also taken, who is related to that department in which employee is going to be selected. Next is medical examination. At this stage, the physical fitness of the person is checked and his medical is done. And for physical medical is done, why? Actually it is done for that whether he is suitable for the job concerned or not, and to protect even the organization from infectious disease, and to check the excessive expenditure on the treatment of an employee. So who cleared this examination, he is given the job offer. And job offer means he is given a appointment letter in which a date is mentioned in the appointment letter by one has to report for the duty. And next is employment contract. After the acceptance of the job offer by a selected candidate, he becomes an employee of the organization, and he has to sign a contract with the employer. And in contract, what is given? Job title, responsibilities, date of regular service, rate of remuneration, allowances, working hours, leave rules. So all the terms and conditions related to the job are mentioned there. Now our next concept is, that is training. Training means giving a special knowledge to an employee in some specific area so that he can perform his work perfectly. So training actually uh, not give the all our knowledge about the organization. Training is an act of increasing knowledge and skill of an employee for doing a particular job. So while doing training, first of all we will study what is the importance of training. And training is actually important both for employee as well as organization, right? So in case of firstly I am talking about organization. What are the benefit? First is better utilization of resources. As the resources of the organization are used by the expert one and perfect one, they will not misuse it and they will not waste, right? And next is less wastage. Machine and material will be used in proper, there will be no wear and tear, right? And increased profitability, as the product quality and the quantity will be improved because the production is done by the perfect persons. Then the profit will be also used, as the cost per unit will be reduced. After that, reduce the employee turnover also. Trained employees remain satisfied with their jobs and working conditions, and they will no more leave the organization or indulge in any absenteeism. And next is develop positive attitude. When there is a proper training for a particular work, this will develop the actually employee skill, and they adapt themselves quickly to the new technologies. Besides, they become even need to learn new things, and this will create the positive attitude of the organization, right? So these are the advantages of the training to the organization. Now we will do the advantage of training to the employees. First of all, it will increase the efficiency and the capacity, because it will increase the skill of the employee. And next is increase market value. Reduction of accident is not we can say that merely trained employees have a better market value. Increased market value means the organization are always willing to employ trained personnel as higher remuneration. And if any employee is feeling uneasy in organization because of low remuneration, he can very easily join another organization at higher remuneration, right? Fewer accident, reduction of accident actually are the chances when the employees are trained. By learning the art of operating the machines, the rate of accident can be minimized. And the next is job satisfaction. In a life of an employee, job satisfaction is the most important. Whenever one gets full satisfaction from the job, and then when one is professional in that job, training is essential to acquire proficiency in the job. So therefore we can say that the job satisfaction to employee and with the help of training. So these are the advantages of training or importance of training for employee. As friends, now we will do the methods of training. In methods of training, there are two types of method: on the job training method and off the job training method. On the job training method means while doing the work, the person will learn. Like while for example an employee selected for a job, he will join the job, and by side the supervisor tell him how to work, and the supervisor will be an experienced employee or someone experienced manager who will let him tell about the work how to do. So on the job training is the method, and in which in your syllabus there are induction training. Induction training is the method in which newly appointed employee is given all awareness about the job and the organization, and who is the superior and subordinate to him. In short, The purpose of induction training is to accommodate new employee in the new environment. And next is apprenticeship program. Apprenticeship program, we can say that it refers to that training method in which the trainee is put under guidance of an expert to acquire higher level of skill. Generally, people like electrician, plumber, iron workers, they require long time training, and during the course of this training, expert imparts knowledge in both theoretical as well as practical work. And next is internship training. Internship training is a training in which technical organization and business organization jointly give the training to its member. Educational institution provide the theoretical knowledge, and the technical or business organization help to provide the practical knowledge. For example, educational institution impart only theoretical knowledge, like in engineering college, right? And they also do the tie-ups with the companies or business organization for providing their practical knowledge. And next is off-the-job training, in which the trainee is given training at the different training center by giving some different seminars, classes, etc. And during the course of the training, both theoretical and practical information is given to them. And this kind of training is one in your syllabus, that is vestibule training. Vestibule training is a training in which away from a workshop, a different training center is developed, and where the machines, tools are same as in the workshop, and an experienced or trained trainer are appointed there, and machine, tools and other equipments are so arranged in this center as to the present look of the workshop. When the employees are trained, they are put to the real job. Used where the employees are required to handle heavy machines, so that they do not have to face so many accidents, right? So these are the types of methods of training which are in your syllabus. These are the only four types of training. One, induction, apprenticeship, internship, and fourth one is vestibule training are in your syllabus. So this is now chapter staffing, and thank you so